them all past their dirty remarks. One love is one question I really love to ask. One heart, well, for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own belief. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. I said, let's get together and feel alright. Oh, let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. One love and the man come, they're gonna be a no doom. One heart, whose chances grow thinner. There's no hiding place from the Father of creation. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Feel alright.
Good morning. My name is Bob Gordon, and I am a, My name is Bob Gordon, and I am a grateful member of this congregation. Please take your seats. Turn off your cell phones all the way off, and take this opportunity to say hello to your neighbors. All right. Welcome to the Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. We honor each of you wherever you are on your spiritual path, and know that there is something wonderful here today for every one of you. Some of you have been here for a while, probably remember the book about the 4 agreements, which we, some years ago, was very popular. It still is a bestseller. The 4 agreements, as a reminder, are: be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't always make assumptions, always do your best. And then there's a new edition called the 5th agreement. Another one has been added, and it's a very interesting one called be skeptical but learn to listen. And it has to do with discovering the intent behind what is being said. And there was one passage in this book that grabbed me, and I thought I would use it this morning in my welcome presentation. Respect is about the complete acceptance of everything that exists just the way it is, not the way we want it to be. Once you accept yourself just the way you are, you no longer have any judgments about yourself. Once you accept everybody else just the way they are, you no longer have any judgments about them. Then something incredible happens in your world. You find peace. Thank you.
And we're going to do our morning chant now. And this is written by my friend Tom Finch. And I love this song so much. It's been in my head for a couple of weeks. I thought I'd share it with you. It goes like this. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Try it out. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Now look at somebody else. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Let me hear it. Sing it out. Would you believe that you're beautiful? Yes, I can hear you now. I told you. Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Now look at somebody else. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. Sing it out. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle. One more time. Would you believe that you're beautiful if I told you? Would you believe that I love you? You're a miracle.
Yeah, give yourself a hand. Good morning. I'm Reverend Karyl Huntley, and around holiday time, we get people from all over the place. We have a couple from Paso Robles and a gentleman from Australia. And if anybody else is from out of the area, just shout out where home is. Earth. Oh, we got
Fairfax.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wherever you are, welcome. Wherever you're from, welcome. And so let me just take you now into a morning prayer. Oh, remembering that we all come from the one source. I know that this source is beautiful, loving, benevolent, infinitely wise, unconditionally loving. That within this source is the origination of everything that we can see or imagine, and all of those things in the universe that we will never see and can't imagine. All from the one. All conceived in the mind of the Maker and made by the Maker. And so I know that I am made by the Maker, the infinite presence. I know that my mind is that one mind that contains all wisdom and knowledge. And I know the same for each person here. That aliveness that we all feel is the one life from that source that we call God. And so as we are fully present now in this holiday season, I call us all family, because truly, coming from the one source, being sustained through that one life, and using that one mind, there is no us and them. There is only us. And here we are, family to each other, feeling each other's joys, celebrating with each other, sharing each other's pain, and knowing that within God, all things are possible. And so I give thanks for the family, the extended family, the infinite family of this Golden Gate Center for Spiritual Living. All the lives that we touch are included in family. Everyone we can ever conceive of is cousin to us, kin. So it is that this is very good. And as I release this word, I release with it any comparison or judgment, just as Bob's welcome message said, coming into peace. Blessed, blessed peace. And so it is. Amen. Well, good morning once again. We have a fabulous band. Joe, Rick, and Matt are with us, and Suzanne Baldwin is our wonderful, wonderful goddess of song. And, Suzanne has a CD, so you may want to think about that for a stocking stuffer. So please welcome Bodie, the Golden Gate Band, and Suzanne Baldwin.
Something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna let go of control. I'm gonna get out of my way. I know the universe conspires to bring me heaven today. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm tired of playing it small, of doing what I think I should. The universe stands up to meet me, to claim my highest form of good. I know that this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is
Joe Munch
to set my free.
Burn.
I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. Oh, this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better is the key that will set my heart free. I'm gonna say yes to my dreams. Let my imagination soar. I know that I have gifts that I must use. That is what I was put here for. Oh, this or something better is waiting for me. I know that this or something better
I know it, I claim it,
something
have
better.
it right now. I know it, I claim it,
something
have it right now.
that
I know it, I claim it,
something
have it right now. I know it, I claim it, I have it right now. Oh yeah, I know
what you wanna
it.
do, what you
Claim
wanna
it.
see, what
I have
you wanna
it
do,
right
what you
now.
wanna be, what you wanna do, what you
Claim
wanna
it.
see,
Have
what you
it
gonna
right
do
now.
right now, what you wanna do, what you
Claim
wanna
it.
see, what you
Have
wanna
it
do,
right
what you
now.
wanna do, what you wanna do, what you
Claim
wanna
it.
see,
I
what
have
you
it
gonna
right
do right now,
now.
this or something better.
So how fabulous is that? So it's pretty fabulous. Today is the first Sunday of Advent. That means it's 4 Sundays before Christmas. And you know, Christmas falls on a Sunday. So this is the 5 Sundays, and then it'll be Christmas if you count this one. So we have our Advent wreath here. And you know, in very traditional Christian terms, this is awaiting the birth of Jesus, and we celebrate that, and we also celebrate the birth of the light at the solstice, and the light within each one of us, because we believe that Jesus, that we celebrate at Christmas time, the birth of that amazing being, is our great example, not the great exception. And so each of these Sundays before the holiday, we celebrate an aspect of this earthly life that also welcomes the light. And each Sunday, we light a candle in honor of that aspect of our earthly blessings. And so if the children would get ready to come with their little rocks, because today we celebrate the earth. And here's our first stanza of our wonderful song that is a tradition with us as I light the first candle.
One little candle lighted on a wreath, the earth below prepares to glow. One little candle lighted on a wreath, the earth below prepares to glow. One little candle lighted on a wreath, the earth below prepares to glow.
Yay.
So we bless the children. So grateful for their presence in our lives. They bring the light and the love so fresh to remind us of who we are. And we send them off to their lesson today with grateful hearts. Thank you. We love you. Bye-bye. Fairy twinkles. Fairy blessings. And with our hearts already so full of gratitude, I'd like to extend a particular blessing of gratefulness for the Austins, who opened their home sharing love and warmth and good food. I understand a great time was had by all, and that's how we create this community, with the love of our hearts and extending ourselves and receiving and giving. It's an endless circuit. There are many wonderful things going on in this community, and I do want to remind you that we have a website with details. There information in the bulletin. You also get a weekly e-letter, so if I touch lightly on some things, know that there's more information available to you. We are seeking someone who might open their home for Christmas. If that's you, please let it be known so that we can put the word out and have a lovely community gathering in your home. I invite you to visit the bookstore today. Each week we have new offerings for gift giving, and this week the Michael Beckwith DVD is available. So do your holiday shopping right here. Scott Grace, the magical musician who creates music on the spot here in our Sunday service from time to time, is offering a workshop on conscious relationship. And so if that sounds like something you'd like to manifest now and in the coming year, please see your bulletin for details on Scott's workshop. Now, this is the big event I want to absolutely highlight. The winter solstice. Whoa. This, I've been attending it for many years, and it is always a night of magic, mystery, deep, deep inner reflection and nourishment in the heart of this amazing wizardess of rituals. So you must come. You must bring all of your friends. I'm not kidding. Make it a date. Oh, yes. I will be offering crystal singing bowls and Tibetan bowls as a sound meditation part of the service that evening. So thank you, Bodhi. Christmas morning, we will be having Sunday service, as Reverend Karyl mentioned. And, between those events, between now and Christmas, another major event in our community is when we offer love and service in the form of food and festivities for the people that are transitioning into new life through Homeward Bound. And our holiday family celebration is coming up December the 10th. Everything is well underway, and additional volunteers are very, very welcome. So if you'd like to offer something in participation with that event, please sign up with the events team. And now, I'd like to invite Reverend Karyl up for a very special offering.
I'm going to be leading a sacred journey this late spring, early summer, May 22nd to June 2nd, starting in Paris and moving west to Stonehenge. So that's what it's called, Paris to Stonehenge, and we will do ancient sacred sites along the way, all of those rows of ancient stones in Karnak, the Winchester Cathedral, ending up for a private sunrise ceremony in Stonehenge. I have information. There's a sign-up sheet at the events table. If you're interested, I'd love to take 22 of you with me, and if you sign up quickly, it'll just be us. The tour is open to others. And so far, Suzanne Baldwin's coming with me, and several other people are interested in the community. So I would love to have you with me. And are we done with the announcements? I would then like to welcome people who are here for the very first time. If you have a rose, some people have a rose, that means that they're brave enough to identify themselves as first-time visitors. And so we just welcome you and hope you feel right at home and join this family, in the energy that we have. Janet, did you take my talk? They hit right here.
Like the raven.
Really? Okay. Now where's my little? Oh, here it is. My clicker. All right. I think I'm now all organized for the talk. So I'd like to just draw your attention to this wonderful altar that Suzanne Mabardi created, and this is about the nature of expansion, which is one of the things I'm going to be talking about today. We have the lighthouse that always gives us light and direction, and a little boat that is being launched, just like, have you ever felt that way? That the wind, the tide was just taking you somewhere, and then in the path of the little boat, there are obstacles or opportunities in the form of the rocks, and then there's always the light to guide us. And so it is the nature of all of us to expand and explore and to leave the shore. And so if you are feeling that way today, or wishing you felt that way, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. You know, we are finishing up. This is the last Sunday of the next to the last month. And our chapter this month in this little book called The Art of Possibility is creating frameworks for possibility. In other words, how to set up our life so that the greatest possibility can come forth. The title of the talk is How to Make It Better Than Expected. And so I want to talk a little bit about expectation, because what is possible for us, what is actually possible, has a lot to do with what we expect is possible, what is likely maybe could happen. And so our expectations actually become a self-fulfilling prophecy for us, that we get kind of generically what we expect to get. Even, you know, people who win the lottery a year later smack dab where they were if they haven't changed their consciousness. And so this wonderful wisdom of we get what we expect is actually reflected in the wisdom of sages and religions and wisdom traditions of all kinds. For example, Abe Lincoln said, "A man is about as happy as he makes up his mind to be." In other words, how much he expects to be happy. Ernest Holmes, the founder of this wonderful denomination, a very wise man, says in his textbook, "A certain specific, intelligent idea in mind will produce a certain specific, concrete manifestation equal to itself." That's just a lot of words to say what you expect is pretty much what's going to happen. And then, of course, in the Bible, Jesus said, "It's done unto you as you believe." So these things that we say all the time, they have to do with mental states. They have to do with beliefs, choices, expectations, attitudes, fears. It is a mental activity usually combined with an emotion, which makes it very powerfully creative. It has to do with what we notice. I mean, here we have a complete, infinite possibilities in every single moment, but we notice something. That noticing in itself is creative. What we appreciate, what we notice and then love is very creative. And in Michael Beckwith's words, what we make welcome. What we make welcome is what comes into us. So it's the way we structure experience with this mental attitude combined with emotion. So these mental attitudes and the emotion are the cause, and then our experience is the effect. It's kind of pretty much a mathematical equation, which is why we say in the little tagline for our denomination is change your thinking, change your life. So if we take the definition from the dictionary about expectation, is what we believe is likely to happen. What we believe is likely to happen is in a large part set in very, very early childhood. And there's been quite a bit of research that shows that if a baby is held and loved and served as an infant, then they will grow up to sort of believing that I have desires and very likely they will be made manifest. Very likely I will have support in making them manifest. And then if you were not, or if some baby was not held and loved and served in a consistent way in infancy, they come up with another expectation, which has to do with the difficulty of their needs getting met. And that difficulty of having needs met can play out in force or control. You know, I think it's so interesting that in the song there was this little comment about letting go of control. And when that happens, there is a titter that goes across this community. It's like that right there. And it's a little, you know what it is. It's a nervous letting go of control, that issue that just really challenges me. And so that's one of the things that happens when we don't think that the world will give us what we need. We need to control it and do it ourselves. So some even have the whole idea of expectations erased entirely. In the great class that I'm teaching right now called Prosperity Plus, we're taught to dream. And there are people who say, I forgot, or I was never taught how to dream. Luckily, prayerfully, blessedly, it is a skill that we can regain. But there might be some people here who have forgotten how to dream. Then you have the parents on the other side that try very, very much to fulfill needs and to, pat the little crying thing and to have many, many times of satisfying desires. But as enlightened as some parents are, perhaps they didn't teach us something like this. As happy and fulfilled as you are in this moment, greater joy and greater fulfillment are ahead if you believe it. Or, as loved as you feel right now, there is a situation that we can work at creating together in which everyone around you feels that loved. Wouldn't that be great? Or, as complete as this solution that you've come up with sounds and feels to you, there may be even another solution that is more elegant. And so that suggestion into life that as good as it is now, it can be better. And whatever your level of expectation that you received as a child, not only can it become better, but that is the natural way of things, because it is a principle of life that life seeks expansion. That's why the little boat is being launched into the sea for expansion. And that's why we have these rumblings within us that, we satisfy a goal and we just go to that job for a while, and there's a new desire that is rumbling in us. That's why in this community we're always doing something different and adding to what we are doing. This streaming live is like the greatest expansion, the most recent thing that's happened, and we just thank the whole technology guy team. You're so fabulous. So it's, as Troward says, it's the production of something beyond what has gone before. That's the most natural thing in the whole wide world. And so this is not to say that what's right for all of us is bigger house, more land, more cars, more clothes, that kind of a thing. Because, well, it's been shown that more of that kind of stuff doesn't make us any happier. So I'm talking about actually being happier and having that sense of a clear path that is made known to us for all of the giving and the receiving that is ours to give and receive, that we move towards greater compassion, greater understanding, greater peace of mind, greater connection with people, a deeper and purer experience of this life. And I found this wonderful passage from the second letter to the Corinthians, and I'm reading this out of a translation that I have several translations of the Bible, and so I picked the one that I like the best for the day. So this is the one that I like the best for the day. It's the Phillips translation of the New Testament. And so Paul is writing to the young Christians, the young Christian church in Corinth, and he's talking about them as Christians, having taken the belief that the man Jesus was the greatest teacher, and we emulate him. And so he says to the disciples, the big group of them in Corinth, "We have no veils on our faces, but reflect like mirrors the glory of the Lord. We are transformed in ever-increasing splendor into his own image, and this is the work of the Spirit." So what this is saying is it's the most natural thing in the world for us to live and experience ever-increasing splendor. That particular phrase in another translation is translated as glory into glory. Isn't that glory into glory? That's so beautiful. So the title, once again, is How to Make It Better Than Expected. And we can sort of hijink our mind to not only expect the good, but expect the best. And say to ourselves, I don't know what the best is, but as good as it is now, I know that there is a deeper, purer experience for me, and I can have it. Emma Curtis Hopkins said, there is good for me, and I ought to have it. Oh, let's all say that in honor of Emma. There is good for me, and I ought to have it. That is so true. A deeper, purer experience of life. An ever-increasing splendor. That is what is here for all of us. So, and if we simply create a visualization in our mind of the best that's ever been in our past, that's kind of the limit of what we can create. But if we give, actually, this is what happens when we do visioning. We ask for a vision that we have never had before, that comes from the mind of God, that is so filled with love, or so filled with peace, or so filled with accomplishment, and that feeling of being well used by God that we can't even imagine it ourselves. And we ask for it to be delivered into our mind. Then when we get that vision, we say, that's it. That's the next one. That's what I'm standing on. So that I can, that's what I'm standing for, standing on, so that I can reach that. So I can reach the next and the next and the next. So this ability to go from better to better to better to better is in us. It's in us. And I'm going to tell you how to do it in the next 15 minutes. So get ready. But yay! But I want to give you a beautiful, beautiful example from this wonderful little book. So Ben Zander, you know, the symphonic conductor, was going to do a leadership training at NASA. And so I thought this was brilliant. It made him not have to plan so much. He went to his music students and he said, I want you to write an essay about how our music life is the same as the NASA space exploration. And this is the best. He says, talk about the dreams and aspirations in common. Talk about spirit. Talk about being. And so they did. These student musicians wrote these amazing letters to these NASA scientists. I'm going to read you excerpts from a couple of them. Imagine now you're a NASA scientist, and talk about hard science, and you are in it, and all that soft psychological stuff. That is somebody else's bailiwick. But you get these letters. You are the diplomats, the representatives of the world over here. You are going into the nowhere to search and to be intrigued at the smallest inkling of discovery. You are representing us to discover, explore, and find the possibility to escape the box known as Earth and go as far as possible. Music is similar to space. It is an exploration, a possibility to push through the confines of pages of music, to go as far and as fast as the mind will work. Here's another one. The world counts on you to open up new possibilities and discover what we humans can do. The only time when music or space have boundaries is when humans create them. Thank you for keeping the possibilities alive. So he went to the NASA scientists and he looked out at them and he said to himself, these are the people that my students wrote about. And he read their letters to them. And they were so moved. They were blown away. Some of them hadn't even heard in words why they were doing what they were doing. And they were so enraptured with what the students had written that they wrote letters of thanks back, saying that their lives had been changed by these letters. And then you know what happened? They put the letters on a CD and sent them into space. And these letters are circling our planet. with these blessings in them. And these letters are read to new NASA scientists when they are hired. So this is what I mean. And what they had done, of course, was talk about dreams and aspirations in common. Talk about spirit and talk about being. That's what they did. That's what they did. And the miracles came from that. And so you see how it got better as the students thought about it. It got better as they wrote about it. It got better as they were read to the scientists. It got better as the scientists thought about it. It got better as the scientists wrote back to the kids. It got better as the letters were sent into space. And it's getting better because now all this lives in you. And this is the natural way of things. Okay, so you want to know how to do it? Oh, we did that. Okay, living your best life. Here we go. And this is just setting a trajectory for a more soul-satisfying life all the time. It's a way to increase your bliss tolerance. You think you can do that? How much bliss can you hold right now? Maybe more. Maybe more. Okay, throw your gifts into the world. That is it. Just find what is yours to do and keep doing it. And if you don't know what's yours to do, see a practitioner. The practitioner can access that mind of God in you. Take a class. That's what we do in class. We apply principle to your life. And then when you find it, or when you find an inkling of it, when you have a tickle of passion, then you give it in abandon. And in doing that, you make connections. You live as you were made, in connection with every other person. You are a contribution. And you appreciate your own giving. You get to appreciate the gifts that God gave you so you can give them away again. And it's a beautiful, beautiful rolling that happens. Then, next is, oh, don't do this to me. Okay. I will give you this. I know, I'm so, well, okay, we're going to try this. I rehearse this every Sunday. I do, okay. Okay, there, woohoo! Okay. I put right there. I know. I practice. Okay. Anyway, on to the magnificence of your life. Speak of magnificent visions, just like those students did for the NASA people. Like instead of talking about the news in a negative way, talk about, I would love to have a conversation about how wonderful this country would be if the executive branch and the legislative branch worked together. I would love that. I would love to think about that. I would love to think about that. I would love to think about the great comfort of everyone in this country if we had a health system, or when we have a health system that works. And so in line with this, I had a visit yesterday from a friend of my son's. They are now 27, 28 years old. And if you've been with me for a while, this is Devin the tree sitter who came to visit me. Devin sat in a redwood tree for 2 years. He did not put his feet on the ground. His world was the top of a redwood tree 4 by 6 feet. That's where he lived for 2 years. After that, he became an EMT, an emergency medical technician, and he went to Palestine, and he drove an ambulance. And because he protested against inhumane treatment of the Palestinians in, I guess, Israel, he was kicked out of the country. Whereupon, he changed his name legally and came back to be an EMT in Palestine, because he had a vision of a world that would work for everyone. Now he has gotten his Chinese medicine degree, and he is getting a Western medicine he's going to be a doctor, Dr. Devin. And he well, actually, it's Will Chappell now. But he's going to be Dr. Chappell. And he says, I am going to change the system from the inside. I love telling this story. I love him. I love the vision that he brings to the world and the quiet nature of him. Can you imagine how quiet you get sitting for 2 years on a 4x6 platform at the top of a redwood tree? Oh my God. Speak magnificent visions. Expect the very best from people. Give them an A, like it says in the book. Everyone is capable of being conscious, loving, fair, generous. I expect that the Occupy people could behave better. And I expect that the mayors and the law enforcement of these towns could behave better. I expect that they could. And in some way, I expect they will. I expect they will. Because Ernest Holmes says, in What We Believe, every discord of every nature will be healed. And so you expect people to be their best. And when you see someone being their best, you appreciate it. You notice it. You say, thank you for that good deed that you did for somebody else. It makes the world a better place. You know, hug your Safeway checkout person. I mean, and tell them what a great job they're doing. And then forgive quickly and completely if people don't live up to what the best vision of them. You know, as we live in this expectation of things getting better and better, often they do, and sometimes they don't right away. And if it happens that it's difficult to keep coming back to this happy anticipation of everyone living the life that they were designed to live, a really wonderful practice for you all, if you don't already do it, is to count your blessings. Now, Deborah Irwin sent me a wonderful article, which I will link in the letter that goes out. And it's about count your blessings this holiday season. It's good for you. About 3/4 of the people who studied in these studies, who regularly counted their blessings, scored higher in happiness tests. Psychology professor Michael McCullough, who has studied people who are asked to regularly be thankful, said, when you are stopping and counting your blessings, you are sort of hijacking your emotional system. And he means hijacking it from out of a funk into a good place, a very good place. Research by McCullough and others finds that giving thanks is a potent emotion that feeds on itself, almost the equivalent of being victorious. And they mention, I won't go into, I won't quote the other studies that they did, but they're actually studying gratitude and showing how it's a stress release, it keeps you healthier, and one of the greatest boosts to emotional health, they said, was to write a letter and deliver it in person to someone who is not expecting gratitude. And you know, that's what we're doing with our love notes for our people, you know, that we started at the beginning of school. We're going to carry this through to Valentine's Day. So you have more opportunities to give, blessings to your people. And I was talking to Leslie this morning. Her person left flowers on her home doorstep. Now that's an inspiration. So if you've kind of been forgetting that, now's not the time, through the holidays, really serving, if you're a part of that Back to School Love Note program. So the last thing then is receive all that is for you. You are a creation of the Infinite Maker, as I said in the opening prayer. And the Infinite Maker has given you infinite blessings to give again. And when we expect our life to get better and better, and it does, then it feels so good. You can't see this, but I'll put this on the altar. This is a photo of Jesus. You probably wonder how I got that photo of Jesus. But it is. And he's laughing. He's laughing. This, I believe, from years and years ago, was part of a final project for a foundations class. Somebody managed to find a very old picture of Jesus, and he wrote above and below the picture of Jesus, "Are you getting all you're entitled to?" You are in a downpour of divine blessings. And as you have heard before, you can hold out a thimble or you can hold out a great big old wine barrel for getting all of your blessings. They're given anyway. And it would be really good if we had the courtesy to accept them. So, it is our birthright, our gift, and really, why not, to move to ever-increasing splendor. So see how that sounds. Say, I am moving to ever-increasing splendor. You have to kind of concentrate. I am moving to ever-increasing splendor. I am moving from glory to glory. I am moving from glory to glory. Bless your heart. Yes, you are. Bless your heart. Okay, I will send all of this out in the letter. If you don't get my letter, all you need to do is go on the website and click I subscribe. So let's do the inner work now. Oh, how good it is to settle into that realization that the universe is for us and nothing is against us. That all we meet are cousins and kin. And that as we expect the best from all of those people that we see, knowing that it is within them to give it because everyone shares the life of God, we get that back. That feeling of, they expect me to give all that is mine to give. And so we find ourselves in a constant state of visioning. And we ask ourselves, in a pause in the middle of our day, what would more love look like and feel like right now? What would more peace look like and feel like right now? With this issue that is in front of me, I know there is a solution that is for the good of all. And what might that be? Is there a way that I can replicate the generosity of spirit in my life today? And so as we gently lead ourselves from glory to glory, it becomes a delicious and beautiful habit that our life is expressed in ever-increasing splendor, and that expansion takes us to better than we ever expected. Blessed be.
I've got a roof over my head. place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I've got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay until the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score in a world that can bring pain. I will still take each chance, for I believe that whatever the terrain, our feet can learn to dance. Whatever stone life may sling, we can mourn or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful
Suzanne Baldwin.
You can also hear Suzanne and Gail and Jean Langell at the Clarewood Singers Winter Concert Saturday, December 10th, if you're not going to the Holiday Family.
That's right. Also, her new CD is out from the concert she did at Nexus, so that's available after the service.
So now is the time for us to share our tithes and offerings. And this is whatever you give today, do that thing of giving with abandon. Just, be so happy to be able to put your offering in the basket and give to something that you love in this community. It's always wonderful to give to your highest vision. So the highest vision that you have for us, with us, for yourself here. So just take your gift in your hands, if you would, and put all that love in it, all that high intention, that joy, that expansiveness that is in you as you. Knowing that as this expansiveness goes into your offering, that gift of money, that symbol of our supply, goes further and deeper in supporting this community so we can support you. Blessed be. So would the ushers please receive the gifts.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. All my things. I give thanks for all my blessings. Oh, my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything. Mr. Joe Munch. Everything, and I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Well, for all of our blessings, we give thanks, and knowing that they are being multiplied even as we speak, and our blessed tolerance is increasing. So right now, I would just like to say happy Thanksgiving as we move into the December holidays, and it'll be December next Sunday, the very last month of the year. And so just get your holiday groove on and come on back. And so Janet is our practitioner of the morning.
I invite the practitioners who are in service today to come forward, and for all of you to know that if you'd like to increase your blessing tolerance, these are the folks you can sit with, and they will know the highest vision with you and for you. And all of our practitioners are enfolding the room with love as we radiate the blessings and the bliss that we feel in this moment. I invite you to Turn within to the infinite heart that is your heart, the heart of the divine that loves you beyond your wildest imaginings. And know here and now that we do each stand in a downpour of good. And it is our grace and our privilege to receive it. And so we accept the blessings now and know them for ourselves and our loved ones and people around the world who are seeking a way, seeking solution, connecting with truth. For it is available in us, as us, around us, and through us, and it works for our good. And so I give thanks for all that we have received this day in the powerful message, and the music, the prayers, the love, the community, the connection, and know that it is simply moving from glory to glory, increasing the beauty and the love that we share infinitely. For this I give thanks, and let it be, and so it is. Amen.
As Pat Malone is standing right up here with me, I would like to thank her for the Solstice Flyer. It is awesome this year, and invite you to put it someplace where people can see it and come and join us. So thank you, Pat. Please stand now for our affirmation and closing song. Did you want to say something, honey?
I would just like to thank the band again for
Oh,
showing
yeah.
up for the service today. Joe Munch, Matt Berg, Rick Walt, Suzanne Sterling.
Yeah. And Bodie for putting it all together. And now the affirmation with me. My life moves from good to better to even better because I know the secret of joy. I